Peer pressure, alcohol abuse, pregnancy. Do you know a teen who might be falling prey to these problems? Well, there's a place where parents and kids can find help, and it is free. Reggie West is Deputy Constable, and Paul Trevino is also with Bexar County Precinct 4. They are both here to tell us all about it. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I want to start off with you, Reggie, and that is, I want to talk about this problem that we're hearing about, and we have been hearing for many years. You've seen it all because you're out there.
Yes,
so tell us a little bit about it.
I've been in the department for 18 years, and I've done everything, working the streets and talking to kids and going to school. I started this program 3 years ago. Paul Trevino and I have been together for ever since then. And what we do, we go out to the kids, to the Central School District area, and we talk to troubled kids. Some of these kids are being raised by single parents, and they really have nobody to look up to.
And Precinct 4 is what part of town here?
That's on the southeast side of San Antonio off of Ridgeby and 410.
We see a huge problem in that area?
Off and on, yes, ma'am, we do.
I know it's not immune. I know that these teen problems are not immune to any area, but I was just wondering if, we see it a lot more in certain areas than the north side, the west side.
It's all over San Antonio. It's all over Bexar County. In all the school districts where there's kids who don't have any place to go, they find a place to go, and peer pressure covers it all.
Now, I want to ask you, Paul, what is your role in this?
I'm a licensed chemical dependency counselor, and what my job is to be able to help these young folks identify some of the risk factors involved.
And some of the things that you guys have brought here, in fact, over your shoulder, you've got some of the things that I know you've seen out in the streets. Is that right? Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. These are paraphernalia you find in school, at home. Parents out there who goes to your kid's room and you see anything like this, it's an indicating that they are involved with doing drugs.
And what can you tell us, Paul, about some of the kids that you do counsel?
Most of these young folks are hurting. They're out there. It's peer pressure. It's demands that are made at home. That in many cases, all they need is a listening ear, somebody to talk to, somebody to ventilate. And that's where we come in, the intervention, the prevention, and of course, the educational part.
So you're saying that when somebody's not home to be there for a child, then of course they're going to turn to something else.
Exactly. They're going to find the answers.
Right.
And they'll find them out in the streets.
And that is why you're holding this event that's coming up next week.
Yes, ma'am, on December 11th from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Now, I also want to mention, too, because, Reggie, you have brought these, and these pictures here. Tell me about these, starting with this one here.
This one here is Samuel Jarrett, who is 16 years old. He worked part-time at a junior high school as a janitor, trying to save money to go to college. He and his mother and two siblings, his brother and sister, were on the way home, and a young 16-year-old young man who's intoxicated. There's a lot of kids out there who are doing a lot of drinking and driving. The 16-year-old collided in this vehicle, hitting him into a curb, and they landed into a building. That incident caused this gentleman to be a paraplegic from his neck on down. While in the hospital, he was in a coma for 3 months. He came out, he had lost all motor skills, hearing skills, speech. It took him a while to regain his memory and being able to speak. And now he's restricted to a chair.
Paul, Reggie, thank you so much for sharing all that information.
Thanks for having us here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.